A $200,000 promise almost slipped through the cracks in Angelina County. That was until Precinct 1 Commissioner Tim Sprinkle was elected into office and found some unfinished business on his desk. Take a listen on how this solar farm is helping pay for roads in Angelina County.
Yeah, I am Angelina County Precinct 1 County Commissioner.
And we kind of talked before over email about, you kind of came into this position and the Azalea Spring Solar Farm contract was on your desk. Can you kind of take me through, before you got into office, why did you want to be a commissioner and how did that come about?
Well, it was kind of a Lord thing, to be honest with you. I had no idea I ever wanted to get into these kinds of things, but received a phone call from County Judge. They needed to appoint someone in Rocky Thigpen's position since he was going after Trent Ashby's position, and after some prayer and some consideration with the family and speaking with them, I decided to take that. That was in June of 2025, and so I think I got sworn in the 1st of July 2025.
Gotcha. And then talking about the solar farm contract, kind of walk me through how that came about and kind of how you noticed that there was money missing.
Yeah, so when I first came into the position, I had some paperwork on my desk that I had to go through, and one of them was the Azalea Springs Solar Farm contract with the county. And after looking at it, I realized they had some obligations that they hadn't fulfilled yet. And one of them was the Newman Cemetery Road project. It's a 2.2 mile road that is dirt now, and they were to bring in a couple of inches of aggregate rock. A couple of phone calls there, they started working on that and finished that up pretty quick. The second obligation that they had was to put into our budget or our finances in the Road and Bridge Department $200,000 to help facilitate repairs and replacement of the North Homer Alto roads and the South Homer Alto roads out in that area.
And you told me before that there wasn't any road damage. This was kind of just preventative for them.
They didn't create any road damage on those specific roads. The contract basically stated as a part of their agreement they were to help replace or repair those roads that were from their existing conditions.
Gotcha. This solar farm, from my understanding, was completed in 2024. Do you know why it took them so long to kind of get the ball rolling on that?
My guess is nobody was here to hold them accountable. I don't know if they, when you start talking about significant amount of money like that, people like to keep them in their bank accounts as long as they can to continue drawing interest and things on them. So it can be tough trying to get that amount of money out of folks. I think it took us about 6 or 7 months to actually get the money finally delivered to us.
Mm-hmm. Is there any procedures that commissioners want to put in place to kind of ensure that something like this doesn't happen again?
The procedures would be that we need to stay on top of the things going on in our precinct and make sure that the agreements and the conditions of the agreements are fulfilled.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other projects in your precinct right now that are kind of on that same level of, needing to watch it?
There's not any agreements with any projects out there right now, no.
Okay, perfect. Do you know if there was any written notice to the solar farm about, you need to send this money and we're missing it?
When I made contact with the right person, there was several emails that was exchanged, and then we had to get our county attorney involved to write up an agreement between us and them that would basically say that their agreement, once they paid the funds, that their obligations were fulfilled.
And $200,000 is a lot of money for the county and the roads. How long do you think that process will be for, people in Precinct 1 to kind of see those changes?
Yeah, so we're going to take these funds. They're designated for the North Homer Alto Road, which is about a mile stretch of road. I think it's 0.8 of a mile from the Highway 7 side coming south. We're going to try to replace and repair that road properly. And then the second phase will be the South Homer Alto Road, which stretches from FM 2021 going north. And that's about a 1.8 mile road, and we're going to try to get that done as well. We're trying to get it done this year, but it's more than likely going to be next year.
Gotcha. Do you think people in Angelina County should be worried that something like this almost fell through the cracks? Or?
Well, it's $200,000, so it's a significant amount of money. If it did fall through the cracks, essentially we would just have to deal with the roadways that are the way they are right now. So I'm glad we were able to hold their feet to the fire, get the money in for them, because it's going to be a benefit to those residents on those roads for sure.
Absolutely. And that kind of speaks to your character as commissioner, kind of putting that forward for your constituents in Precinct 1.
Yeah, they elected me to do a job, and I take that job pretty serious, and I want to be a benefit to anybody that I can in Angelina County and also Precinct 1 for sure.